I have really never felt fearful of being on the road. Fearful of mountain passes? Yes, which I've gone over a lot of them. I feel that as a woman that you have to wear confidence to feel safe.
Welcome to the RV Queens podcast, where adventure meets the open road. I'm your host, Charlie Grace, rolling through life 1 mile at a time, sharing stories, interviews, tips, and real talk about RV living, travel, and the freedom to chase your own version of home. Whether you're a full-time RVer, a weekend warrior, or just RV curious, you're in the right place. So buckle up, grab your favorite drink, and let's hit the road together. All right, welcome everyone, and welcome to the RV Queens podcast. I've got a special guest here today. Her name is Sherry. Some of you might know her as the Silver Mermaid. Now, I know she doesn't have a tail. I've checked this out. I've looked at her Instagram. We've been talking about this a while. But Sherry, welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
I'm so excited. I tell you what, I've been watching your Instagram for a while now, and you've just given so much inspiration and hope to a lot of women who are looking to solo RV. What inspired you?
I have always dreamed most of my adult life of just getting myself a little Airstream and towing it across the country and experiencing this world out there that is for us to explore.
That is really cool. So wait, did you have like a bucket list of places you wanted to go, like top 3 or something?
No, just out west. I left the coast of North Carolina and my goal was to get to the West Coast. And I started with Washington.
Ooh, nice. Good first place to start. I like that. Now we're gonna rip this off like a Band-Aid. This is really important because you have something very special coming up, and I love to celebrate special things. And one of these is your big birthday. How are you going to celebrate your big birthday coming up?
I have no plans whatsoever. I have no idea.
Don't you want to maybe possibly do a live or some really cool special event for the world to watch?
I probably will. That's a great idea. Yeah. Everyone's going to know it's my 60th birthday because I used to think 60 was old and I should be in a rocking chair knitting.
I love it. Okay. Well, we're going to stay tuned for that. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit. So let's talk about your rig itself, your RV. So what made you choose an Airstream?
I just have always dreamed of owning an Airstream. I thought I was going to have a little Bambi, but when I discovered the Basecamp 20X, it's an off-road Airstream. I liked it. I'm looking at it right now. It's all open. I feel really safe with the off-road tires. It's got the lift on it. I can go off-roading. It feels really safe on the highway. I love my little Airstream. It's under 100 square feet.
I love the Basecamp as well. It's one of my favorite Airstreams out there. So as a solo female, let's talk about safety. So you feel safe in your Airstream. Are there other things that you think about? Because that's the first question people always ask, do you feel safe on the road? How do you feel safe on the road?
I have really never felt fearful of being on the road. Fearful of mountain passes? Yes, which I've gone over a lot of them. I feel that as a woman that you have to wear confidence to feel safe. People are always asking me, do you have protection? I do have protection and we won't go into what that is, but I do. But I feel my confidence and the badass look that I give off when I go into places like creepy gas stations is the thing that makes me feel the safest. I'm really fortunate I haven't broke down or anything yet, and I'm knocking on wood that I never do. But I feel fearful when I'm on mountain passes, but I've overcome a lot of them, and I just believe you hit fear face on and you just plow through it.
That's amazing. And it takes a lot of courage to do that. So that's pretty amazing to do that. Have you always been the way or just when you started RV like?
I've never been one to be full of fear. There were definitely things that when I started this whole journey that were fearful, but it was more going over the mountains than anything. And I don't know. I don't watch scary movies. I don't put scary things in my head because if I do, then that would help with the fear. Yeah, I don't know. I really haven't ever been a really, really fearful person with a lot of anxiety. It just kind of my personality, I guess. I don't know.
I get it. I got to talk about mountain passes because this is the first year I'm used to the East Coast, Smoky Mountains, larger hills, things like that. And in their mind, it's 5,000, feet in elevation. In the Rockies, it's like 12,000. We're talking a much higher situation, much steeper inclines, hairpin turns, things like that. So I get it. This is the first year I did that. And it really did take me, it takes, a lot of breathing, a lot of concentration, a lot of just taking it a step at a time, going slowly, not letting people from behind me push me at a speed that I don't feel comfortable. You're towing, and towing, I can't imagine how that feels.
I've not, I mean, one thing, the highways are engineered to keep you away from going over those 12,000 elevation mountains. The highest I've gone is like 8,000. And the more I did it, the more comfortable I felt. And sometimes I went over them and didn't even realize I was going over them. And I was so fearful of them. And I'm going to try really hard not to cry because the fear was so real. And then it got to the point where it's like, oh, I went over a huge mountain. I didn't even know it. Yeah, it is very different towing. I've done it in a Jeep Wrangler. I've been on the Rocky Mountains in a Jeep Wrangler, but towing is definitely different. And you cannot let other people pressure you into going the speed they think you should be going.
Correct. Big takeaway there, ladies. Big takeaway. Let's talk about, how do you find places to park? Are you a typical state park person? Do you like to boondock? What's your preference?
I love to boondock. I actually am mooch docking right now at a neighbor or at a friend's house. But I'm boondocking. I'm not connected or anything. But I love being out in the woods, being along a river. I camped at the Yellowstone River for 7 nights, totally boondocking. I love it. Call me crazy, whatever you will. I love being self-sufficient and self-contained. It is just the most empowering feeling as a woman to know I'm taking care of everything here. It really is. I know it's crazy, but it is. And that's my favorite. But I have done state parks. I have done some national parks. But ultimately, I love just being out in nature and being feral.
I have a friend who actually has a page called Feral Chick Outdoors. I'm like, that's a great name. I love that idea.
That is. I'm going to have to find her. Yes.
Okay. So since you're outdoors and you're boondocking, how do you stay in touch with family and friends? How do you stay connected?
All of my family has my location. I share my location with them. Nobody ever seems to worry about me too much because they know mom's going to be fine. I have a couple friends that share my location. I don't go like miles and miles into mountains on dirt roads. I have been up mountains and down mountains and wondered, why did GPS take me here? I wasn't supposed to go here. I have camped in some campgrounds that are definitely up in the mountains, state parks, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But I have 5G. I have my Starlink. I have a personal hotspot. And so far, those have all worked for me. There's been some times I had SOS where, nope, nobody's going to get in touch with me here. And I just go with it. And I'm like, this is my time to be in nature. And yeah.
For women over 50, myself included, we're all talking about this. What is the advice that you would give a woman over 50 starting this? She's never thought about RVing before. If you had to give her like a couple, pearls of wisdom to think about, what would you tell her?
First of all, just do it. Research, make a plan, and then just do it. But there is research that goes behind it. What kind of, RV or van do I want? Do I want an RV or do I want a van? Research. You can't just jump into this and, not have any idea what you're doing. I sold my house in 2023. I was supposed to do this in 2023. My mom suddenly passed away, and that just threw me for a loop, and I wasn't emotionally ready until 2025. I started this in March. Just do it. Don't let fear hold you back. You are capable of so much more than what you think you are. And while you're doing that research and you're preparing, you got to work on yourself. If you haven't gone out to eat by yourself, or you haven't gone on a day trip by yourself or a little road trip, you cannot do this. You got to do those baby steps that lead up to getting that RV or van and hitting the road. You have to be comfortable and confident enough to sit at a restaurant and just look around at everybody and be like, yep, this is what I'm doing. And it doesn't bother me one bit at all. So those are my 2 top tips right off the gate.
I love that advice. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think I've heard that one about going to a restaurant by yourself or doing things by yourself. It's really important because there are times when you really do have to be comfortable with yourself in this whole journey and trying to do this. Now, it's great when you can have friends and companions and whoever to go, travel with. But at the end of the day, you're the one out there doing it. So really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, no one's coming to rescue you. You have to get in that mindset that when I'm out here, no one is coming to rescue me. I am responsible for this journey on my own. There's no man. Yeah, I do have roadside assistance. Thank God I have not had to use it yet. But yeah, you've got to be comfortable doing those little things before you start off on a big journey like this.
Let's talk about that. So you have roadside assistance. Are there any other memberships or things that you've joined that have helped you out?
I have a lot of apps that I use to find my boondocking spots. I use Campendium app and iOverlander. Those are my two top apps for finding places to stay. Campendium has state parks. It has all kinds of parks. I do have 1,000 Trails membership. That is like RV resorts. And when I go there, it's very different because I'm sharing my camping experience with everybody else. But sometimes it's nice to like have all the hookups. I got my sewer, my electric, my water, and hot shower because I have a wet bath here and it's a military shower. And so sometimes it's really nice to have that. I do have some friends I've mooch stocked off of them, family members I've mooch stocked off of. Mooch stocking is when you're sitting in someone's driveway and you're taking a shower in their house every now and then, and you might be hooked up to them. But you've got a free place to stay, and it's really kind of fun. But yeah, those are my two top apps that I love. There are a lot of other ones out there, and you learn once you get in this community all the different apps that help you out.
So let's talk about some money savings and how we're making money on the road. Because a lot of people, that's the first questions they say, well, how can you afford to go on the road? So do you work part-time? What are your money strategies?
I do a lot of different things. I have a lot of multiple streams of income. I am a wellness coach. I've been a brand partner with Young Living for 8 years. And I work with women in perimenopause, menopause, how to have a holistic lifestyle. I'm a content creator. I do content for companies and brands. A lot of them reach out to me, but sometimes I pitch myself, which I don't like to do. I just started life mentoring, where I mentor women on their life and empowerment coaching because so many women have reached out to me since I started this journey. Like, I want to do that. How do you do that? And so I have started that in the last few months. But yeah, that's pretty much it, is those different streams of income. I am not a sugar mama like some guys think I am. This is my RV. This is my tiny home on wheels. I have my Jeep. I have payments just like you would if you had a house or a mortgage, but it's a lot cheaper than what I had before I started all of this. So I kind of look at it that way. Gas is the most expensive thing, of course. I'm very frugal. I don't go out to eat to a bunch of restaurants and just I don't go to a lot of museums, things that cost money. I love nature. I'm a big nature person. I've got my national park pass, gets me into the parks for free. And sometimes you even get discounts on campgrounds. But I like to find cheap places to camp or free. And I use those apps to find those places.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of boondocking. I'll tell you right now, but in the beginning, when I first started becoming an RV person, I didn't know boondocking. I didn't understand it. I sort of got the idea, but the rig that I had was okay, but not exactly, ready for that. And honestly, it took me like 2 RVs before I actually really got into boondocking. Then I was like, oh, I'm ready. Like, bring it on. Like, why would I think any other thing? And once you're right, I do also have memberships to campgrounds, but you're camping with so many people. You miss that privacy. You miss that space. I love being out in nature. Nature's like my favorite thing. So I'm currently under a lot of amazing trees right now that are dropping acorns. So if you hear a loud thunk, you'll know why. It is fall. It is fall here in the Southeast. So we are definitely having some acorns that are dropping these days. Okay. So you've got your rig. You're on the mission. You're doing all these great things. What are some things that you now think as far as items in your RV or items that are must-have items? What are some things that you must have? Because as a trailer, I'm sure you have some things. Is it handy to have a cordless drill? Like, what do you use?
I have a generator. I have an EcoFlow generator, and I have a power station. Power station's great for phone. I got my laptop hooked up to it right now. Both of the brands I have are EcoFlow. I love EcoFlow, and I am a brand partner with them. But I'm not saying that just because I am. I researched them. Bluetti is another one. A lot of people have gas generators. I don't. I probably should get one day if I want to boondock for 2 weeks at a time, in one spot. But those are the two top things that I have to have. I also have like a little French press that plugs in. I have a little Nomad system is what it's called, and I cook in it. I use it more than I do my propane stove. I am kind of limited on propane. I have a propane furnace, and so that can run anywhere. But I also have a little buddy, which is a little propane heater just in case, because it's getting chilly. It's like it was 45 last night. And so those are the main things. I have a flashlight, but I never use it. What else do I have? I have a water purifier. You gotta have a water purifier on your water hose that hooks up to your fan or your RV, and I have a pitcher that's a water purifier also for drinking water. Those are probably to me the most important things. I live pretty simple. I got my pepper spray, I got my bear spray. But other than that, clothes, warm clothes, hats, other than that, I have a nice wool blanket to keep me warm. I got a lot of blankets actually on my bed. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. I do have a drill. I have a drill that charges up. I've got all the tools. I have a tool bag. It's very empowering to have a tool bag. And, you got to have those tools. You just never know when you might need them. I have a lug wrench where I torque my tires and get out there and do that. But yeah, those are the necessities for me. Those are the top necessities.
And the fact that you have all that, I always said it's duct tape and zip ties. If it can't be fixed with those two things, watch out.
Yeah, I do have duct tape. I haven't used it yet. I do have the zip ties. I haven't even used those yet. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm very fortunate.
You are very fortunate. Someone is looking out for you. I love it. Okay, so we talked about how you're saving money. I'm going to put that in your budget column, and some of the memberships that you joined. Are there other people that you watched or people that inspired you to start this? Is there something that you just said,
One person in particular, the Airstream guy. This guy has lived in a 16-foot Bambi for 7 years now. And I just watched him on Instagram travel all over and have these incredible pictures of his little Airstream out there. And he had a Jeep Wrangler that he towed it with at first. And it was the same color as mine. And then he upgraded to a Jeep Gladiator and tows it with that now. But that was my first one. That was it. And then I, little by little, started following all kinds of people and women that just really empowered me along the way. So many. There's just so many I can't even begin to. One person, Angie, Nature Girl Angie, she has been doing this for 4 years as a nomad, and she totally inspired me on Instagram. And I've met people. I don't meet a lot of women though that are doing this. Out there, I meet a lot of guys, but I don't meet a lot of women. But that is one of the things when you're researching, get out there and find all kinds of people doing the same thing. It's not difficult to find them.
Yeah, I think finding community, that's one of the reasons we even exist, is to create more opportunities for community, for women to meet other women who are out there. Like you said, sometimes it can be difficult to do that. That's one of the reasons, we like RV Queens. We wear our crowns proudly. Sometimes they're tilted. Just a little fun there. Gotta love that. I love it. So what else is coming up in your life? Anything new and exciting? We've got the birthday coming up. Anything else?
I will be going to visit my daughter, son-in-law, and my precious granddaughter in California, and I'm really excited about that. I am going to do some future caravanning with a couple other nomad women. Excited about that. Maybe down in Arizona for the winter. I fly by the seat of my pants. I mean, people are like, "Do you have it all planned out?" Like, nope. I don't. And I am the prime example that you don't have to have it all together. You don't have to have this big exuberant plan of where you're going to be months from now because I have no clue. I have no clue where I'm going to be in January. I'm thinking I'll probably be in Arizona where it's warm. But I I kind of like doing it like that. I like the adventure of it. I'm crazy, I know, but I do. I'm a yeah, I don't have plans. I just plan on being a nomad as long as my health will allow me to. And I'm just feel like I'm just getting started after 7.5 months.
That's amazing. And I think you brought up a point, which is health. I had a health issue this past summer and it really changed what I could do. I couldn't do all the hikes I wanted to do. So you can't take these things for granted, ladies. You got to get out there. You got to go
Yeah,
do it while you can.
exactly. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things that change at a certain age that you may not have the mobility for, or, it is life. It is what it is. So, all right, Mermaid, where do we get the name?
Okay, so I lived on the coast of North Carolina for 14 years, and I was the Silver Mermaid. Silver hair, mermaid. I lived in the ocean. And when I started this, I'm like, my Airstream needs a name. I'm no longer the Silver Mermaid. She's the Silver Mermaid. So I gave her the name. And I'm on the West Coast now. I have not been in the water yet. I haven't done the cold plunge because that water's really cold. But yeah, that's kind of where it came from. So I'm transplanting to a West Coast mermaid from the East Coast. And I love it.
That's a great idea. I love that. I think it's really cute. I was going to say things are very different on the West Coast versus East Coast. I don't know if you tried the boondocking on the East Coast. That's a very different situation. It's a lot more state parks, federal parks, but it's really hard to do. So for those people who are thinking about boondocking, we talked about Overlander and Campendi and things like that. Have you tried On X off-road yet?
Yes, I have Onyx. I have the Dirt. Is it the Dirt? DYRT. But I just always go back to Overlander and Compendium. Yeah, I need to learn Onyx because I've got it and I don't like.
Here's the thing, you're gonna love it, and I say this lovingly. I mean, they've got the dispersed camping layer on it, so all of a sudden you see the map and you see all these yellow lines and going, oh my gosh, I can camp there. It's amazing. It just shows you all these places.
Yeah, I need to get on there and learn it. I do. I have so many apps is the problem. Like, I just got to learn it. I just got to.
I get it. Very cool. All right. So do me a favor. If people want to find you in the world, where are they going to find and get in touch with you?
On Instagram, Silver Mermaid. And on YouTube, which I'm just getting started, it's Silver Mermaid Adventures. Those are my two hot spots, but I'm an Instagram girl. I've been on there for 15 years. And so like, that's my main place. But I don't tell people where I am in real time. They know I'm on the West Coast now. And if they follow me on Instagram, they might have an idea of what state I'm in, but they may not because I don't always do everything in real time. You have to think of your safety. That's a huge issue as a woman. I get nervous when I see some of these women that are sharing where they're at and stuff. I'm like, whoa, no way. I just don't do it. I don't. There's too many creeps out there.
We're going to do a fun thing. It's called This or That. It's like a rapid fire. Are you ready? You're going to pick one or the other. Here we go. It's going to be really simple. Ready? Okay. Would you rather camp in the mountains or on the beach?
On the beach.
On the beach. Okay. Mm-hmm. Would you rather be in an RV resort or boondocking?
Boondocking.
Of course. Okay. Would you rather have sweet or sour?
Sweet.
Any particular kind of sweet? Chocolate cake.
Chocolate anything.
Yeah. I love that. Cell phone, ready? Apple or Android?
Apple.
And then as far as new things coming up for you, you're going to be doing some traveling. You just talked about caravanning with some women. Have you thought about doing a meetup or coming to a meetup anytime soon in 2026?
I would love to do a meetup, and I have thought about it. I'm just not organized to get my act together to do it, but I want to. I definitely want to. And part of the meeting up caravan is meeting up with some other like-minded women. But yeah, no, I would love to get involved in that. I just haven't done it yet. I'm just out there doing my own thing, and I mean, I'm all about community. I really am. But I'm not organized. Not organized.
Well,
and I'm
we're going to have to invite you. We're going to
Yeah.
have to invite you to an RV Queens community. It's so much fun. The meetups are going to be
Yes.
so much fun next year. And we'll definitely have some on the
Yes.
West Coast, for my West Coast peeps out there.
Okay, cool. I would
That's
love
cool.
to. I would love to meet other women. And I have women that reach out to me and they do invite me like, oh, there's a group of us here, whatever. And I would love that.
All right. Thank you so much, Sherry, for being my awesome guest today. I cannot wait for our RV Queens to learn all about your story and follow you and your journey on Instagram. I know it's been really fun for me to watch over the years. And now I can watch your Silver Mermaid Airstream as it goes all the way across the country and looking at amazing adventures. So I can't wait to see the pictures. Thanks for tuning into the RV Queens podcast. I hope you found inspiration for your next adventure, on or off the road. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and connect with us on social media at RV Queens Community for behind-the-scenes stories and travel tips. Until next time, keep your wheels turning and your spirit wild. We'll see you down the road.